Hello, I'm Kajira Djoumahna. This DVD contains all of the Level 1 material I teach in an 8-week session in my own Black Sheep belly dance format for American tribal style belly dance. If you have my previous IAMED DVDs, some of the moves herein will not be new to you, yet others will be, as well as some of the concepts. This is the solid foundation that will prepare you for everything else to come. American tribal style belly dance is based on the concept of group improvisation. It's synchronized group improvisation, meaning the dancers should flow like a flock of birds or a school of fish. We do this by following a leader. Leaders and followers are interchangeable. We know when to change our movements by watching the leader for cues. So as you watch the DVD, you'll know what I mean. I will show you cues and explain them. You will also hear me refer to something called a chorus. Don't worry, it's not the kind where you sing. This chorus is a crescent moon shape in the background when you have a large group presentation on stage. For the purposes of these DVDs, when I break down the movements, you'll see me in what is traditionally the following position for ATS. The leader would normally be the person furthest in front because that's the person everybody can see the best. Please don't underestimate the importance of a healthy warm-up before starting to dance. Why not put me on pause now and take a few minutes to get yourself warm and centered? Let's start with the tradition of the class prayer or centering exercise. Watch us first. We use this moving meditation to center ourselves and to come into our dance practice with full consciousness. It's done at the beginning and sometimes at the end of class. The time between prayers is reserved for you. It's time you've carved out of your busy life to dance, not to worry or think about anything else. Think of it as separating your mundane life from your dance life. This time is your gift to yourself, so we honor it. The movements used in the prayer come from East Indian dance. There, the dancers perform a similar but more complicated pranam, or prayer, as well. My teacher of ATS, Carolina Nerchio, learned it from one of her teachers and changed it a bit. I learned it from Carolina and changed it a bit too. It's done at the beginning and sometimes at the end of class. One of the gestures used in the pranam is commonly called the lotus blossom. Okay, so now I'll break down the lotus blossom hands for you. Please place your left wrist in front of your right. The wrists will remain in contact the entire time, but they will move. The contact point must move. I think of describing a figure 8 with my right fingertips. This is the bottom loop. This is the top loop of the figure 8. Try to use your imagination. It's an 8 that's standing up normal, regular 8. The left hand merely follows the right. It chases it around. So I only think of my right hand when I perform this movement. It takes some practice, keep at it, and you'll get it. The most important thing for our dance is our posture. I'll remind you of it frequently throughout these DVDs. The main thing is that we like to release the lower back to make it longer. So to do that, we're going to softly bend our knees a bit and let that tailbone slide down toward the earth as if it's growing a root right through the floor. At the same time, we're going to extend our spine up so that we have a posing line. So I'm not lifting anything in particular more to the front or more to the back. It's even all the way around. Stretching straight up from the crown of your head. The chest in American tribal style belly dance gets a small lift as if you're going to inhale a deep breath. But when you exhale, keep it there. This is our posture. Our shoulders are brought up, back, and then down, so that they're comfortably alert. There's no tension in the neck or anywhere else. you may find that you're using your lower abdominals a bit to help keep the back in neutral. And that's the posture. We do move in and out of it throughout our movements. Hello, we will first learn belly rolls. I like to teach this first in my session because it's one of the moves that takes the most practice. I like to begin kneeling, but if you're uncomfortable kneeling at home, please sit in a cross-legged position or with your legs extended as you prefer. First, I'd like you to close your eyes. Place your hands very flat with tension, and place your palms on your belly. Just focus on your breath at first, breathing deeply in and out, and let your belly move. As you inhale, your belly will expand outward. As you exhale, your belly will come in. Feel that breath. And after you've got at that for a moment, relax in place. Now, we're going to leave our hands exactly where they are, but pull away the top part of our belly from the hand. See if you can get the top part of your belly to reach away from your hand inwards towards the spine. And relax, your belly will come out to meet your hand again. Now we're going to try that with the bottom half of our tummies. Pull in the bottom part away from your hand best you can, and let it relax back out to meet your hand. I will turn sideways so you can see that. So top and bottom, top and bottom. Once you're comfortable with that, you can remove your hands. And now you're going to learn to roll in succession. I like to pretend I have 3 bands to my belly, a top one, a middle one that includes the navel, and then everything else below. I'm going to pull in the top part while leaving everything else out. Then the top and the middle, and lastly, top, middle, and bottom. Then I'm going to let out the top as I hold in the bottom and the middle, letting out the middle, letting out the bottom. Pulling in from the top, in from the middle, in from the bottom as I let out the top, let out the middle, let out the bottom. Again, I'm going to turn to the side while my assistant Stephanie stays facing the camera. Top, middle, bottom, top coming out, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, top comes out, middle, bottom. You can also do this reverse. Sometimes you might find that easier. Try pulling in the bottom first, middle, then top, letting out the bottom, top. The reason that I do this sitting is because your belly is more relaxed. It's easier to learn than standing position. I invite you to practice this as much as you possibly can while driving or while at work at your desk. The first movement I start you with is a figure 8. In tribal style, we call it a taksim, but I'd like to let you know that taksim is an Arabic word meaning improvisation and can refer to music or dance of any kind. In ATS, it refers to this particular figure 8, which moves in this direction. Down, out, up, down, out, up. My assistant Lori and I will demo for you first before I break it down. Well, first, put your arms around a big tree, but relax the palms towards the floor. This is a standard arm position for ATS. You'll get used to it. We're going to just demo, watch. So how we achieve this move is first we're going to bend the right knee. A whole lot. That brings the right hip down. We're going to press to the right side now until your hips are even. You can tell when that is by pressing your knees together. Then let the left knee bend more. That's the side. We're going to pull or push to that direction till the knees are even. That means your hips will be straight across. So to get one hip lower, all you have to do is bend one knee more than the other. Remember not to straighten your legs. Keep them both bent at all times. You're simply bending more on one side to get that hip to go down. Then you're pressing out to the side and shifting the weight to the other foot. Down, out, shift to this foot, pour the weight over in this sort of movement. It takes some practice. Again, that's why I start you on it, so you have 8 full weeks to practice this movement. After Taksim, the first movement you learn is basic Egyptian. This is a rhythmic movement of 4 counts. Taksim was arrhythmic, meaning no beat or count necessary to follow. We will demonstrate first. This is my assistant, Therese. There's a half turn and a full turn. We'll come out of the half turn using a move from next week's class. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Now, I'll teach you the move and we'll break it down. First, the breakdown from the feet up. Start with the right foot by placing it on the ball and then pressing against the floor as if you're putting out a burning ember. That causes your hip to come up and forward a bit. You do want to keep all joints in alignment. Hip, knee, ankle. That's count 1 for below the waist. Count 2 is everything in neutral, including your low back, feet are flat. Count 3 is just like count 1, but on the left. Place the left on the ball, put out that ember. 4 is flat. Let's go over those counts. 1 is the ball, 2 is flat, 3 is the ball, 4 is flat. Let's move on to shoulders and arms. The arms for this step are always raised, but the shoulders are down, so that's an important distinction. Watch as you raise your arms that one shoulder doesn't come any higher than it is in your downward position. Now, focusing on my shoulders, you'll see that on count 1, my shoulder moves back as my foot goes on the ball on that same side. I'll turn from to the side so you can see this. It's the long line that we're after here. That's an American concept in dance. Part of the thing that distinguishes this American tribal style. Long lines and their opposing lines. Shoulder opposes the hip on count 1. Count 2, everything is neutral. Count 3, shoulder opposes the hip on the left side. Count 4 is neutral. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to imagine drawing an X above your head with your hands to keep your hands close and above your head and not out here like you're directing traffic. Now that you've learned Egyptian in place, you can also move forward and back with it just simply by taking a step. Let's do that. We'll come forward. First ball, then when you put your foot flat on count 2, you can step a bit forward to move you. Don't move forward while you're doing the ball part of the step. This is count 3, count 4. You can move backward in the same way. Ball, flat, back. Ball, flat, back. Ball, flat, stepping back. That's how you move the Egyptian forward and back. Now for that half turn cue. Again, Therese and I will demo. We did earlier when we did everything, but watch one more time, knowing that there's something coming to watch for. How did Therese know to turn? Take a guess. Okay, you were right. Lots of people notice that my arms appear to open wider. That's an illusion. It's partly correct. The other thing is that I don't bring my shoulder back in opposition. Instead, I let my shoulder come forward naturally with the hip as an Oriental style of breaking down this move, where there's no opposition, something like that. That's what happens. I revert to Oriental. So instead of opposing back, remember that was the opposition here. We're not going to, when we cue the half turn, we're going to let that shoulder come forward. There's 2 cues, both count 1 and 3, get to have the shoulder forward. That's the only movement we do that has 2 cues, so you're lucky. That way she knows. Now the leader only does the cue. The follower doesn't repeat the cue, and you only cue once. How you know to stop your Egyptian half turns, the leader must do an entirely new move. Watch us. Cue, cue. New move. Watch my feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, cue, 2, cue, 4 to the new direction. 1 is on the ball of the right foot. 2, 3, 4 to the new direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full turn cue is a look with the head. Since Teresa's following me from this side, I'll look towards that side. But if I had followers on both sides of me, I could look here or there. So what you're watching for at home is just for my head to turn, to cue you for a full turn. The leader only does the cue, nobody else, and it's only done once, as is the full turn. Otherwise, it'd be awfully hard to get out of the full turn. So just one of those, it's different than the half turn, which keeps going after you cue. Cue, turn. Full turn is also turns on count 3. Well, you get 3 and 4 for the full. Watch again. Cue, 2, 3, 4, 1. We break ourselves with count 1 so that we don't keep going. So we put that foot on the ball and that stops you. For the purposes of this DVD, I will teach you all finger symbol patterns for each step at one time at the end of the DVD. Normally, during my weekly class, you would learn the finger symbols for Egyptian now. So I hope you'll forgive me. We'll do them all at once later. Thank you. Next, we'll demonstrate Maya. This is my assistant, Diana Raja. Just watch for now, and we'll turn this so that you can see it from all directions. And now I'll break it down. You've noticed that it's exactly like the Taksim. It's a figure 8, but remember last week's went like this. This one's going to start moving up and out. If you drew it on paper, you wouldn't be able to tell which way the artist drew it. The good thing about dance is we get to use both directions to create different moves. So the first thing we need to do is get a bit shorter than we did last week for the Taksim. So we're going to bend the knees a lot more. First thing we need to do this time, after we get our arms and hug a big tree position, is slightly straighten one leg. Now I want you to know that's not all the way straight. We don't do that. We just straighten a bit more than the other. So start very bent. Okay? You already know that by moving one knee more than the other, that will create an up or down hip, uneven hips. So what we're trying to do is get this hip up. And then we're going to push or pull, however you prefer to think about it, out to the side till your knees are even. Remember that part with the Taksim? That's how you can tell if you're horizontal. Then you're going to drop this knee, raise this one slightly, that's the left side, and push out till the knees are even. Try to get a little lower as this side gets higher. Think of one side at a time. That helps. You know that when the one side is high, the other side will be lower. That's a good thing about your pelvic cradle. It takes practice. Keep working on it. And don't forget your posture. It'll help make your Mayas and Taksims much easier. The next fast move that you're going to learn is hip bump. This follows Maya. Hip bump is an asymmetrical movement. So far, all 3 moves we've done have been symmetrical, meaning the same thing is happening on both sides of the body. This is the first one where something different is happening on one side of the body than the other. We'll start with this side, which is my right. I'm going to place that foot on the ball. When I say on the ball, I mean high on the ball. I am not here or anywhere else, but straight up on the ball of the foot. The active leg is the one that has the foot on the ball. That means that the arm is going to outstretch on that same side. The other arm will reach upwards. Remember, your shoulders, keep them down and pull in your lower abdominals a bit to help protect your back. We are going to press against the floor straight down this time and squeeze if you can with this side of your body just to help bring that hip up. Make sure the other knee is bent as well. That'll give you more movement, more range of motion for your hip. This is a 1 count movement. Egyptian was 4 counts. This one, only 1. When we pivot forward, we just step slightly in front, pick up the heel of the foot and pivot. So count 1 is hip and foot. 1, 1, 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and. That's a hip bump on that side. Let's practice the same on the other. Placing the left foot on the ball, left arm out, right as that. Check your posture and your shoulders and make sure you're breathing and smiling. Up, up, up. Pressing against the floor to help get that action. Remember, your stable leg is also bent. Let's pivot forward again. And Diana and I will also demonstrate pivoting back. When I do that, you'll notice that I pick up the toes of my supporting leg. When I pivoted forward, I picked up the heel of my supporting leg. Let's do that on the other side as well. Back, back. Count as 1, 1, 1, 1. That's the hip bump. Diana and I will first demonstrate the shark and arc turn. This is the shark. This is the arc. You learned this pivot just a moment ago. Okay. Now I'm going to break those down for you. Let's start with the right side. Right foot on the ball, right arm out, left up. We're just going to move forward in a straight line. That's the shark. When you're playing your cymbals, it can look intimidating. To do an arc turn, Diana and I will demo from the front. First, the top arm comes down to meet the arm that's out. Then both wrists get a little lift. That's the cue that says, let's go now. Put your arms to the opposite hip from where they were and pretend to push it back. That way you'll never forget which way to turn. When you get back to your starting place, unfurl your arms back to the original position that you started in. Let's do that without stopping. And on the other side, it's the same. So I don't like to remember rights or lefts. I like to think of the top arm coming down to meet the one that's out, and those hands going to the opposite hip, and just think of pushing it back. That way, you won't get confused with rights or lefts. That's the shark and arc. This would be week 3. First movement, after our review of Taksim and Maya, will be ribcage circles. This is an upper body movement, the first one that you will have learned. Again, the arms come out in hug a big tree position. Now watch Stephanie and I first while we demonstrate. Did you notice that we started in one direction, this side, my left? So you're going to start by sliding your ribs to your left side. The next thing that happens is they go slightly back. I'm going to turn to my side while Stephanie stays facing the camera. So I slide left and then back. I want you to see how small that is to the back. Very tiny. It's an illusion. So your shoulders do not move and you don't need to lean forward. Just a little to the back, as if you're pulling in right here. Excuse me, dear. Let's start that again. Left, back, right, front. Front gets a small lift as if you're inhaling there. Why not try it since this is a slow move? We'll exhale to the back. Inhale to the front. Just while learning, you don't want to do this a lot. We don't want anybody to faint or hyperventilate. When we turn, we always turn opposite the direction our rib cages are moving. Right now, mine is moving, well, both of ours is moving counterclockwise. That means we'll have to turn our bodies clockwise like we did in the demo. This makes it more interesting to look at, which is why this is how we do it. Now the cue to get the ribs moving the other way is stop in your original position and let your wrist drop a bit. Now the ribs will move forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back. So if we wish to turn this, we'll be turning the opposite direction in the room. They're front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left. And you can do level changes if you like. To do a level change, we'll focus on my feet. I place my right foot a little bit in front of my left. I'm going to continue my ribcage circles. You can do this with Taksim and Maya as well. The cue for a level change is a level change up. In order to go down, first we raise up a bit with the move, and then we proceed down. The next move for this week is a 3/4 shimmy. We'll be learning that at half speed at first. First, we'll demonstrate both full and half time. This is full. And our half-time shimmy, we tend to perform on the diagonal always. So that means coming forward a bit with it. You can do that in place or moving. You can move back as well. Then we look over our shoulder. That's part of the cue to move back. Eh. You'll hear me make little noises sometimes like eh or yep. That lets the followers know that there's a change coming, such as stop moving back and maybe move forward. You'll get used to the vocalizations. They're part of the American tribal style dance. Let me break down this shimmy for you next. Make sure you're in your dance posture with both knees bent. Half-time 3/4 shimmy is performed on the diagonal. We'll start with the right side. But I'd like to break this down for you first. So, placing all of your weight on the right foot first, why don't you pick up your left, either off the floor or just have the tip of your toes resting so that you make sure that you keep your weight on the weighted hip. In this case, it's the right. When I step onto that hip and let my weight come, the hip will come up. It's a natural sort of sassy move, such as a kid that doesn't want to go to bed. Similar. Get that feeling. Petulant. Up. Now we have to bring the same hip that's up down. To do that, I'm going to contract with these muscles on this side and bend this knee a whole lot. If you're first starting, you might not be able to find the muscles in your abdomen to contract with. That's okay, you can use your skeleton to get the move. Now, we're going to let the hip come back up where it was. That's the whole thing. There's 3 parts to it, which is why it's called 3/4. It fits to 3/4 of the beats of the phrase as well, which I'll explain later when I teach you the finger symbols that accompany this. On the right side again, up, down, up. Now we'll shift our weight to the left, bringing the hip up, down, up. On the right, up, down, up. Left, up, down, up. And up, down, up. And up, down, up. It's up to you to work on this on your own so you can get it up to speed. It takes quite a bit of practice. Keep at it, and soon you will be doing it full time. I recommend that you don't practice it to music while working it up to full time. Put on your cymbals, set your pace yourself. That way you can move up gradually. Our next slow move for week 4 is the pestle. This move was inspired by a move of the same name from Paulette Ristani of Oregon's Gypsy Caravan. I borrowed the move and changed it a little bit to fit Black Sheep belly dance. Our arms are in the standard hug a big tree position. Check your posture, and first watch our demonstration. Then I'm going to break it down more. How about we do it that way? And now for your breakdown. By the way, this move does turn. And we'll demonstrate and break that down as well after you get it in place. This is my assistant, Megan. First, we press to the left, trying to keep the hips horizontal, so don't bend those knees. Keep them evenly bent and just press to the left. To go back, simply pull in slightly with your belly. Again, this isn't a lean, it's very small, just the hips rotating underneath the rib cage. So it's just a tiny bit back. And then to this side, horizontal. Now clench your butt to get your hips forward. It's a very small movement, again, to the front and the back. Okay, I just want to demonstrate that so nobody hurts your low back. Your left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front, touch. This move has 8 counts. 1 is to the side, 2 is to the back, 3 is to the side, 4 is to the front. 5 is always to the same side that 1 started on. 6, 7, 8 gets a touch with the foot at a diagonal. Then you reverse to the weighted leg. That way you'll always remember which way to go, to the one with the weight on it. Pull in the free leg at that time, pressing back, side, front, side, back, side, front, touch, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, touch. Now we'll demonstrate a turn. First we'll do this whole pestle in place to the front. And we would finish to the front, maybe with a new move, if we didn't want to continue turning that move. Let's break that down now for you. First, you have a count of 16 to the front, or 2 parts of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, touch. There's 1 half. Second half happening now. 4, 5, 6, 7, touch. Now, as we reverse to the weighted leg, we're going to turn our bodies to our left shoulder. Side, back. Now we're facing the direction we want to be. Continuing around the side, front. And we're repeating what we did to the front side. Go ahead, Megan. I'll follow you. And we'll do the same to the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, touch. Left, back, right, front. Left, back, right, front, touch. Right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front, touch. And we'll come out of it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, touch. Second half happening now. 4, 5, 6, 7, touch. Touch. Now, as we reverse to the weighted leg, we're going to turn our bodies to our left shoulder. Touch. Touch. Continuing around the side, front. we're repeating what we did to the front side. Touch, and we'll do the same to the back. Touch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, touch. Touch. There's one more turn that we do with this that enables us to travel the other direction. This is an important turn in my format because it's called the pestle rule. It will apply to some of the other moves, a lot of the other moves that we do later. So try to remember, when we turn to our left, we're going to keep the whole movement, both halves, as originally done, if it's a symmetrical move. If we turn to our right, we're going to cut that symmetrical move in half. This is one of my major contributions to the ATS format. Okay, so now, pestle cut in half. This is called the pestle variation. First, we'll demo. First, we always complete both sides to the front. Then we repeat the first side. That gives followers a chance to get in sync and understand that there could be a turn occurring. Now, remember we were pressing to the weighted leg and back. This way you don't have to think about rights or lefts. To the weighted leg and back, allowing that to turn you to face where your right shoulder was. Front, side, back, left, front, touch. Okay, that's only 8 counts in each direction now, so it'll take us half the length of time to get around. Reversing to the weighted leg, back, side, front, left, back, right, touching left foot now, reversing to the right hip and turning your body in space. Then we're to the front, the right, the back, the left, touching with our right. And we'll finish this half coming around to the front. 5, 6, 7, 8. To the weighted leg and back, allowing that to turn you to face where your right shoulder was. Front, side, back, left, front, touch. Touch, back, side, front, touch. And we'll finish this half coming around to the front. Touch. Great. The next fast move is the Arabic move. This one has an opposition as well. Remember, in Egyptian, the opposition was between hip and shoulder. Here is going to be between pelvis and rib cage. There's still an opposition happening, however. This is a 2-count step. Megan and I will demonstrate. The Arabic is performed with the arms up, but there is a cue. So let's demonstrate using the cue and going into Arabic, which I'll explain after we're done. That was both Arabic and Arabic with 8-count arms, which I'll break down for you now. First, my right foot comes slightly in front of the left. We're going to be placing our weight from the front to the back. I like to keep the left foot on the ball. For learning purposes, let your right foot stay flat. When we're going very fast with this move, we'll be on the balls of both feet. While learning, for balance's sake, right foot flat, left foot up. And let's run through the cue. The cue is both palms pressing down towards the floor, as if you're pressing on a plunger of dynamite. As you do that, your hip drops down and your chest lifts up, like that. We're going to take 8 counts to raise our arms. So this means 2 will be about here, 4 here, 6 here, and 8 here. Let's do it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whenever we start Arabic, that's how we'll do it. Just keep working, lifting that chest as the foot drops. Think of slipping off a curb that you didn't know was there. Whoop! And that way you'll keep your feet under you instead of kicking out. Straight down. Not like that. Down. Okay. Now we have the 8 count arms that you saw Megan and I perform. First you get into Arabic. Right arm starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Watch when you bring your hand down that the back of your hand passes by your face. Remember, you'll be playing your cymbals and you don't want to hit yourself in the face with them. So back of the hand by the face. 4 is halfway down. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Welcome back. We'll first learn torso twist this week. This would be week 5. Torso twist, Lori and I will demonstrate for you. There is a triangle-shaped turn, which I'll break down and explain later. And remember that move from week 1? We're going to add it. This is your first combination. That's the taksim. Now the torso twist. Make each move distinct. And now for your breakdown. I'd like you to envision a clock face. You're standing on it right in the middle where the hands come out. Right in front of you is 12. Right behind you is 6, to your right is 3, and to your left is 9. This is your clock face no matter where you're facing, in relation to others or in relation to any place in the room or outdoors. You always know where your 12 is, you'll be fine. 12 is always in front of you, nobody else, just you. Okay? Using that analogy, we're going to bring our arms into hug a big tree position. Thinking of that clock face now, press your rib cages to about 10 o'clock. Then straight to the side, that's 9. I'm going to turn so that you can see me from the side while Lori stays facing the camera. As you come to 6, think lift. This is not a back bend. Check out my low back. It's protected and long. I really want to make sure you understand that this is not a back bend. And I'm thinking of reaching up to a 45-degree angle from the back of my head. Okay, so that's it from the side. It's quite an illusion. It looks bigger than it is. Continuing to 3 o'clock and all the way up to 12. Center yourself then. So if this was a pie, you'd be missing a slice between 12 and 10. Let's try that again, just the torso twist part. Press to 10. Let your head look slightly towards 2 o'clock. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. Center into neutral. Now for the taksim. Make sure they stay 2 distinct movements. Torso twist. And taksim. I would like to explain a little bit about what the arms are doing. You're probably wondering. I don't break down arms in level 1. I ask you to keep them here. What they do in tribal, in pestles, torso twist, taksim, is they counterbalance the natural body weight. So once you get familiar with the moves, your arms will move, just like Lori's and mine. What I mean by that is when I'm coming this way to 10, and my head comes this way to center, that helps my body stay upright. It's sort of a natural thing. If I was going to fall, my head would help me stay on balance. Okay? I'm coming back. Now this arm, as I lean towards it and put a lot of weight there, it's gonna come up. That's a natural thing. Don't worry about it too much. By the time you get to level 2, your arms will be moving just like ours. Think about the torso and the head, and the arms will follow. Now I'd like you to focus on our feet. We're going to be using a T step, like the letter T. Imagine crossing your T with your feet. I'm placing my right foot right in front of the left, and it's very close. This will keep us centered on our spots as we rotate our torsos. It'll also help prevent the hip from jutting out while you turn and pick up your foot. I'd like you to keep your legs stiff. This is the most unbelly dancing feeling move you're gonna do with me so far. And it's like the column in a Parthenon. We want it strong, a cable down here. So when you pick up that foot, nothing changes. Even though your weight is coming off, nothing happens. So you're gonna get really solid throughout your lower body. Pressing to 10 and teeing at the same time, pick up the toes of your left foot as you rotate to 9, and by 6 o'clock, you will have both feet together, all joints in alignment, facing the direction you wish to be in. Continuing around now, and finishing the movement. I'll explain that T-step again as we go now. Here I go, pressing to 10, and we're using our T-step, picking up the toes of our left foot, coming around to the back. By 6 o'clock, both feet are in alignment. And then we can finish as normal. The directions that we go are a triangle shape. And once I stand still, facing you, I'll explain what those are. Put your arms back best you can. These are approximate directions where you'll be heading. First direction here, the other one to where my other arm was, and then back to front. So it's a triangle shape like this with a point to the front. It always turns this direction. That's it for torso twists. Our fast move now will be Turkish. This is a 4-count move. First, Lori and I will demonstrate. And we'll demonstrate the quarter turn. There's also a half turn. We'll do that next. And now for your breakdown. This movement is common to many styles of dance around the world. It's a forward, center, back, center step. You're stepping forward with the leg that's towards the front or towards the audience. Forward in place with the back leg, back, and back in place. So you're marching. The count is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, we do everything on both sides. That's why we're the black sheep of tribal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, just watching our feet now, not our arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now I'm going to explain the body orientation to you. So, our arms start in hug a big tree. Then we angle ourselves one way or the other, but not the arms. The arms stay facing front, as does the head. That way we know which is our forward orientation. So this is a diagonally performed step. Now we'll start stepping forward, in this case with the left foot. Count 1, count 2's in place, 3, 4. Let me explain these arms. They start just in hug a big tree, and then you turn. On count 1 has our opposition. Remember that tribal opposition? We step forward on the right, and our left hand moves away. So now we're opposing with wrist and ankle, or shoulder and hip. You could think of it as that. This arm doesn't do much. It stays in place. In fact, I'm going to ask Lori to do a demonstration with me. Please be my shelf. I'm going to place my arms on top of Lori's convenient shelf, just to show you what I mean. Now I'm angling so that I'm facing her as front. On count 1, when I bring my left foot forward, I'm taking my left hand off of my shelf. This hand stays where it is, so I just move towards it. That's gonna mean you have to bend your elbow a bit. Step back in place, put your hand back on that shelf. Let the hands stay where they are, best you can in space. The only one that's active is the left in this orientation. When we do it the other way, it'll be the right that reaches away. But now that you know that, let's try it on the left. Reach a bit as you step forward, and then put your hands back in place and keep them there. Reach, relax, relax, relax. This is the active part of the move. This is passive. Active, passive. I like to lead with my wrist when I bring my hand back. It looks pretty. The one thing I really want to avoid that I sometimes see is this type of thing. That I call directing traffic. Let's dance instead of direct traffic. On the other side now, I'll let Lori lead. So we're just orientating the other way. When you're ready, step with your right leg, reaching behind with your right arm, Lori. Thank you. So it's the same thing, right, left, left. Reach, relax, 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 or 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks, Lori. Now we're going to break down that quarter turn that you saw us do earlier. When we want to turn in quarters, we turn the body to the quarter while we raise our arms. I'll show you what I mean. Start out facing front and in place. On count 3, that's when the foot's behind. That's when we're going to turn just a bit to the side. At the same time, the arms are going to come up. Let's do the arms to the front first, so you can practice your arms without needing to think about turning. We're pretending to turn. So this is to the front. This would be to the side. 2, 3, 4. So they want to reach their goal on count 1, and the rest they're floating. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Your sides, your arms will be up. To the front and back, the arms will be out. Let's try it with the quarter turn. This is the cue. 1, 2, pivot, 4. 1, 2, pivot. 4 comes in the new place. Remember, you're turning on count 3. 3, 4. 1, 2, pivot. 4. 1, 2, pivot. 4, and stop. Let's learn the half turn after we do the quarter turn one time to this side. Lori will lead in this direction. Okay, half turns now. I'll break them down, turning this way. First, the only difference between the half turn and the quarter turn is you don't raise your arms when you turn to the side. That's it. That's the cue that tells Lori that I'm going to do halves instead of quarters. What I mean by that is, when I'm doing this and I turn to the side, my arms don't come up. She knows I'm going to want half turns. If I turn to the side and raise my arms, she knows I want quarters. Okay? So do you now. Here we go, half turns. No arms raised. Pivot 4. Make sure you're pivoting on count 3. 4 comes down in the new place. And how about we practice Turkish half turn? One time to the left or to the right, whichever way that is, to you at home. Our next slow move is circle step. I like to think of this as a sister move to torso twist. It's kind of like that. It starts at the same place. Remember that clock face and where 10 o'clock was? Well, it's going to start pressing there. And remember the analogy of the pie, how there was one slice missing between 10 o'clock and 12? Now you're going to have 2 pieces of pie missing. I'm going to explain that in greater detail after Diana and I demonstrate the circle step for you. First, the demonstration. This also has a taqsim added. Separate and distinct movement. This is the circle step part. And this is the figure 8, or taqsim in ATS. So you'll notice that our left arms are forward with the palms flat. In Egyptian hieroglyphics, this is a gesture meaning to speak or to call. This is not stop in the name of love, but rather it means to call or to speak. Think about that. Maybe it'll add something to your step. First, we press the palm, the face, and the hip to 10 o'clock. Then we're going to smooth that out to 2 o'clock without emphasizing 12. Let's do that part again so you see what I mean. Watching my hips. 10, 2. I didn't round forward as I do in pestle, for example. And now we're going to round back to 6 o'clock. Fingers dip down at that time. And when you come back to neutral, everything is pointing forward. Just the circle step part. 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock, center. 10, 2, 6, center, taqsim. This turns with a T-step and in a triangle shape, just like torso twist. But this one goes the other direction. So instead of going here first like we did for torso twist, we're going to go this way. This means you have to cross your T with the other foot. You're going to do that just like you did with torso twist at 10 o'clock. As the hips and the hand and the head hit 10, your foot will T. When you're coming over to 2 o'clock, that's the opportunity for you to get your right foot in the correct position. Slide your left to meet it as you're at 6 and then center. Your taqsim is performed in place. And we have another corner to head to. We're going to do that now, pressing 10, 2, 6, center. Taqsim with the left hip down first, incidentally, not the right. 10, 2, 6, center. Taqsiming left hip, then right. Ten, 2, 6, center. Taqsiming left hip. By 6, everything's neutral. You start at 10, pressing, 2, sliding, 6 feet catch up. Neutral is neutral. This movement coming up is going to be called Gwazi. It's named after tribes of performers in Egypt. They are thought to be Sindhi Rom people who maybe migrated out of India in the 1100s during the Romani diaspora. These people were from near the river Sindh. Linguists have traced this, and this is how we know, so that they are Romani people or gypsies. And in India, they moved, and some of them settled in Egypt. Others went up across the Mediterranean into Europe, etc., and now they're in every continent of the world. These people were entertainers. There's not so many of them anymore, but there's still a few. They become outlawed, and also just society changes and customs and things like that. But there's a famous troupe called the Banat Mazen, pardon me. You can see them on Aisha Ali's videos of dances of North Africa. This movement has the arms in the no-no position, which is why I told you a bit about the Gwazi people. They perform their movements with their elbows down. This is considered poor form, so we only use the arms like this for this one move. I'd also like to show you with Diana how this is used in folk dance. Okay? So it could have been just simply that they're loose and folky arms. This is a guess, but it makes sense to me. So only let your elbows come down for this one step, and that's the cue. It's basically a 3/4 shimmy, just like the one you already learned, but this one's going to swing side to side a lot more. But watch us first. We'll do quarter turns and then probably halves, and when we go around, we'll demo both ways for you. It's a happy step. If you don't smile while you're doing this, something's going wrong. And next, we're going to do a half turn. Okay, for the breakdown, we're going to start sliding our weight to the right. First, get your arms in the position there you are. Slide your weight to the right and put all the weight on that foot, so you can pick this one up if need be. And now make that hip go down, up, over, down, up. Think about that. Over, down, up, 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 over, down, up. Just like the 3/4 shimmy, work on that on your own to get your speed up. Now for the quarter turns, we look at the direction, at the outside part of the circle. That's what I mean. So if I'm going to go this way, I'm going to step forward to the front, and then to the sides, and then to the back, and then to the other side. So they're not diagonals, they're front, side, back, side turns. So here we go. And I'm going to keep my head looking over my right arm in this case, because it's the one describing the outside of the circle that we're traveling in. This serves a couple of purposes. It helps me see the other dancers, and it keeps us all looking uniform with our heads. So if we go the other way, which we'll do next, we're going to have our heads looking the other direction. You will start with the left hip on the outside of the circle. Right starts, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Like so. Now, you understand that those are cross quarters. Our half turn is diagonals. So when we do the half turn, I'm going to shoot all the way over to 10 o'clock, and then I'm going to hit about 4. Is that right? 4, yeah. Okay. Here we go. 10, 4, 10, 4, 10, 4. We stop the half turn like Egyptian with a whole new move. So let's practice that going the other direction as well. Instead of 10 o'clock, go the other way. I'm going to start at 2 to 8. 2 to 8. Try to think of that in your mind first. Here we go. And out of it. Your next slow move, and the last one for this week, or actually the last one for all of level 1, is body waves. There are 3 sizes of these. We'll first show you the medium size. I think it's the easiest to find. The arms come up, and you angle your body so that it's performed at an angle to the audience. The head looks straight ahead towards the people you're dancing for. The first thing that happens is the rib cage comes forward and then lifts up. It falls back and then roll down as if you're pressing against a wall behind you. I'm pressing forward, lifting up. My weight comes back a bit, and then I'm going to pull in chest, belly, lower belly, hips. So I'm back in neutral. It's kind of like a question mark shape. Think of it as forward, up, back, roll down. Forward, up, back, roll down. You can turn this either direction. When you come back towards the front, draw back the arm that's by your face so people can see you. That's our medium size. There's also a smaller one that's useful in the chorus. The hands remain down. Sometimes one arm would be up. That that would be the arm away from the audience so that you don't have your hand in front of people's faces. Okay? This one doesn't involve the hips as much. It's almost all upper body move with a little follow through to the hips. I think of it as a ribcage oval moving in this direction. Forward, up, back, and forward, up, back. Forward, up, back. And of course we can perform this either direction. Megan, please lead. In chorus, we would be much closer together too. Thank you, Megan. And now I'd like to break down the large body wave. First, watch us do it. We always do at least 2 medium before we launch into a large one, so followers might have an idea of what's coming. Here we go. I'd like to break down those arms while you're not leaning back. And then I want to talk to you about that back bend itself. First, the arms. The right arm comes down first. Palms pass as they cross in front of your body. You can do a wrist rotation or a floreo if you like at any point. I like to do one at the top. Let's do that again. You could even do one coming down here if you like. But palms flat. Remember, you've got cymbals. Okay. Now, when you do it with the body wave, there's a couple ways to do it. In a performance, you might actually see us do a real back bend, but I'd prefer you do a knee bend while learning. By that I mean, you're just going to bend from your knees, similar to this exercise called a plank. If you do this, you can stay in neutral with your back and still get a pretty respectable back bend happening. Let's try it. First, the small ones, or medium actually. And then I'm going to step forward, bringing my right foot out so I can place my weight way forward, scooping way far, extending as far up as I can. Probably an inhalation would help you here. Coming back, I'm going to bend this knee. I'm going to pull in with my tummy to try to keep my hips in alignment and protect my back. Now, right arm comes down, palms pass, floreo, arm up. And as you bring that arm up, you stand back up out of the knee bend. One more time, facing this way. We'll follow Megan. That's your big body wave, medium and small. Please go get your finger cymbals now. Finger cymbals go on the middle finger and the thumb of both hands. You want them above the cuticle of your fingers, but not past your first knuckle. You'd also like to make them very tight. The fingertips may turn a different color, but don't worry, nobody's ever lost a fingertip due to lack of circulation from playing cymbals. Make sure that they're tighter than looser, because you don't want them flying out and hitting anybody in the audience. That's not a way to win friends or get tips. Okay, now there's a few different sounds we can make with our cymbals. There are 4 that I use, so I'm going to go over those quickly with you. And you can practice these on your own to get them up to speed. First thing to think about is these are instruments, so please don't put anything on the insides of your cymbals. You don't see drummers with trap sets and all kinds of things hanging down inside. That's because it mutes your instrument. This is an instrument, you want them clear on the insides. So fix your elastics on the top. The basic sound is made without touching any cymbal, and it's called ring. A ring is a sustained sound like so. I like to bring my finger towards my thumb more than the thumb towards the finger. It's an easier technique. To mute the cymbal for your second sound, you're going to place both fingers on either side of your middle finger onto the cymbal. These are also called zils, or zilar is the proper Turkish plural, zilar, or sagat, and there's other names for as well. So you might hear them called these various names. The word symbol, by the way, comes from the goddess Kibel. Symbols were used in her worship hundreds and hundreds of years ago. That's the history of this word and this instrument. Now, back to the muting. Okay, we've got our fingers on either side of the middle, back on the cymbal. Thumb is just hanging out. Turning your hands either in or slightly up to bring the finger towards the thumb. Keep the fingers on there. This is going to make a clack sound. Listen. There's no sustain like there was with the ring. Hear the difference? Okay, those are two basic sounds. We also have quiet sounds we can make. I like to call them texts. For that one, I keep my fingers muted as I did for the clack, but I turn in my thumb slightly so that I'm hitting the cymbal like this at an angle, almost 90 degrees. That's a quieter sound. There's yet another where you can hit it like this, and that makes a slightly different type of noise. They're both called texts. So you have ring, text, and clacks. Practice the various sounds and interchange them. It's nice when the drummer hits the doom for you to do a ring, and when the drummer's teching for you to tech, but that's not absolute rule. It's just a thing to consider. Okay, now we're going to put our finger cymbals with all of our fast moves that we learned in level 1, starting with your first one, which was basic Egyptian. It's okay to play cymbals while you're doing slow moves too. If you learn the patterns like for Shiftatelli or Masmudi, Bolero, whatever slow thing you want to use, is totally fine. Don't see it done as often anymore as we used to in the old days, but I encourage it even for ATS groups to just have a few people playing during slow passages, not the entire troupe. For the fast moves, they're essential. Okay, so Egyptian, this is how they fit with the Egyptian. I'm going to face the mirror for this. I think it'll be easier for you at home. All right, so when the first part that we do is we put our right foot on the ball, remember for Egyptian, and the right shoulder opposes. The next part is flat, ball, flat. Okay, just to refresh your memory. So for each part of that movement, we're going to play 3 sounds. The way that's broken down to speak it per beat is E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4. That's how we say in music speak. We don't play the E unless you want to alternate. This would be that same thing I just said. E and a 1, E and a 4. We're going to skip that E. We're only going to play and a 1 and a 2. So there's a pause after that downbeat. The number is the downbeat, and that's also where you step, because we like to step on the downbeat for belly dancing. So the basic thing will be and a 1, pause, and a 2. Please name your dominant hand, hand number 1. The non-dominant hand is number 2. Whether you're right or left-handed, start with your dominant hand and always return to the dominant hand. It doesn't matter again if that's right or left. Name it 1, 2, 1. That's the pattern we'll be playing. Dominant hand, non-dominant, dominant, or 1, 2, 1. We'll do one of those sets with each part of our Egyptian movement. So we're going to start with a little pickup here. Pickup beat is something you play before you start. So we're playing and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a ball, and a flat, 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 and a ball, and a flat. And that's how they fit with basic Egyptian. Moving right into hip bump, that's just the 1 count move. So we're going to bend the knees, get into position, and a hip, and a hip, and a hip, and a hip, and a bump, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1. Other side, 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1. Arabic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With cymbals, it's and a 1 and a 2. Back foot and a 1 and a 2. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Turkish. Getting your orientation? And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. Hands are 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. So on that last beat is where we're stepping. That's where the number is. And a 2, 3, and a 4. 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Try it on the other side, a little faster. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Okay, the next thing is your 3/4 shimmy. Let's start the cymbals first. We're going to play a pickup beat like we did for the Egyptian. And a hip, down, up, hip, down, up, hip, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Take a step, hip and step, take a 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 step. And the last fast move in your level 1 thing is gwazi. So with that one, similar to the 3/4 shimmy. So we'll first play a pickup beat. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Happy cymbaling! Congratulations for completing this DVD. Continue practicing, and if you have any questions, call me or email me anytime. Now we're going to have some transition practices so you can follow my assistance at home, putting all these moves that you've learned together. We'll have 2, one slow and one fast. As we say in Hawaii, mahalo nui loa for giving yourself the gift of dance. Practice with your friends, attend as many workshops of all kinds and styles as you possibly can, and never forget this is supposed to be fun. Spread the joy you've found, share it, and be well. Maybe I'll see you at Tribal Fest one year or on my travels to a place near you. My troop members teach as well. Look for their contact info in your liner notes. Aloha nui loa!